Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. And it's the motherfucking Hangover Hangout. I'm here with Robbie Battle.
All right, everybody, how's it going? Hope you guys are okay and in good health today.
Robbie's link is in the description if you guys want to sub to him. A good guy. In fact, talks about different stuff there. So yeah, a bit hungover, not really hungover that bad. It's more like I'm tired because I hardly slept there. But just want to recap some of the events from last night real quick there. And yeah, take a sip of coffee before I start my nasty ass black coffee here.
A lot of feuds that have spun off of these hangouts. Or one hangout, anyways. I've noticed 2 or 3 that spun off. We may have to address them in the near future.
So I want to start off with the Jerry situation there. Jerry, man, I'm sorry, man. I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart. Not sober or straight, I feel the same way that I did last night, fuck. So let me explain this without all the curse words and, well, maybe a couple of curse words, but just not as many, fuck. So I was on Jerry's Hangout last night. You know, I went there to have fun or something. Which is something you're not really allowed to do on Jerry's Hangout, but that's another topic for a different day there. So I see Spaz Phoenix in the chat, you know, lovable Spaz, hell of a spammer, but he's a cool guy there. So I see Spaz talking shit about the Licks man in the chat. I thought it would have been funny if he would have came in, you know, because like Jerry didn't have any direction of any kind in his hangout. This was just done on the fly. So wanting to bring in some entertainment for Jerry on his hangout, I said, why don't you bring Spaz in here to see what this Deluxe man shit is about or whatever. So Jerry agrees to it. He agrees to bring Spaz into the hangout to talk about the Licks man. If he didn't want that to happen, then he could have just said, no, I'm not going to bring him in. No, I don't want any drama, but he didn't do that. He allowed him to come in. So then I asked Spaz, so what's the deal with this Deluxe man stuff or whatever? And then Jerry cuts us off or something there. He starts to do this disclaimer that it's not his opinion, stuff like this. Sorry, bit of a hangover here. So he says that he starts to do this big disclaimer that it's not his opinion, blah, blah, blah. And then he changes the conversation to something else. So I just said, you know what the hell happened to the Deluxe man thing there? You fucking swerved us, Jerry. You know what I mean? And then he's like, well, it's my hangout, like that. And to me, that just seemed like a cuntish move. You know what I mean? Like a fucking straight up cunt move, and I didn't like that. Yes, I understand that it's his hangout, but there's no reason to act like a cunt about it in that sort of fashion. It's not like I'm gonna go on his hangout and try to hijack it. Like when I left his hangout, it was Alan talking about music for 30 minutes. The chat was bored to fucking death in there, and they eventually stopped the hangout in like 40 minutes or something. So if Jerry would have let me had a bit of fun in his hangout, the hangout would have been a billion times better, just saying. So, you know, it's not like I had bad intentions. For him to talk to me with his cuntish attitude there. It's my hangout. I just found that like pretty fucking lame there. You know what I'm saying? I talk to this guy every day. You know what I mean? He knows I'm not out to hurt him. And then you wait there. If he wants to have his little superior cunt attitude with his Yannis and his Terrences, that's fine. But if he has a little cunt attitude with me, that's not going to fly with me, you understand?
And could you, I mean, WJ, when you first started, well, I've watched your old stuff. Like, if some of these guys, like these little guys, and I know I'm little, so I'm not trying to say I'm big because I know I'm not.
So am I. I'm a little guy too. Go ahead.
But no, but I'm saying is some of these guys, like you get like what 1,000 views at least when your videos like after a day or so. Like these guys are like me, they're getting 50, 60 views. They're trying to talk like on your level. Like if they would have done that years ago, you would have just dismantled them. Like I know the old WJ.
Like people say that to me, you know, they're like, oh, why are you doing hangouts with jobbers and shit like this? Just because I have 1,000 subs, that doesn't make me some kind of star, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of these quote unquote jobbers are good guys, and you know, they can be entertaining in the hangouts, you know. But like back to Jerry's thing about how it's his hangout. Like me, if I host a hangout, like let's say somebody has a bad echo or something like this, I'll tell them to mute themselves. If like if somebody starts to say stuff that can be flaggable, I might like put an end to it or tell them, you know, just do this a bit safer there. We don't want to get shut down, you know what I mean? But like if somebody starts to do something funny in the hangout, me, I sit back and I let them talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why we have the hangouts. It's not just me, it's other people. Like if you got an interesting story you want to tell, I'm not gonna stop you. This is my hangout.
Shut up.
You know what I mean? So when he acted like that, me, I was like, okay, well, if it's your hangout, you know, how about if I leave your boring ass hangout and start my own hangout so I can talk freely? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I left his hangout, you know. And while I was waiting for you to come back to come in so we can start, I was listening to his show, you know, while I was waiting for you to come on. And then they were like, where's WJ? Stuff like this. So I wrote, you know, not that seriously, but like kind of there. I wrote in this chat, if Jerry's gonna act like Hitler and I'm not allowed to talk in his hangout, then I'm just gonna start my own. You know what I'm saying? But then Alan, his Jerry's boyfriend, started talking shit about me on the show. So that's when I was like, you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I was gonna hurt his hangout there. You know what I mean? Like when I left, it was Alan fucking boring everybody to death with his bullshit talk about music that nobody wants to hear. And the hangout just died right away. So it's not like I had any bad intention. So I thought to myself, okay, he wants to be a big man and it's his hangout or whatever. Well, fuck him. I'll just start my own. And I didn't want him to join my hangout. You know what I mean? If he's going to pull this big man card on me there, that it's the big stars hangout or whatever, then fuck you. You can keep doing your shitty, boring hangout with Alan, and I'll do one for fun where people are allowed to actually have fun on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what this is supposed to be about, is having fun. Not, I mean, I don't know. He, to me, it's almost like he wants it to be professional sounding or something all the time. But yeah, I don't know.
He tries.
He wants to stay out of drama, but you're gonna get in drama here. That's just how it is. I mean, you might as well have fun. I mean, but I guess he doesn't want to. He wants to stay away from it. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't think.
But that's the thing, like when I told him to bring Spaz in to talk about the licks, man, he agreed to it. If you didn't want drama, he could have said no drama, WJ, or something like this. I would have been fine with it. You know what I mean? So when he joined my hangout, I didn't give him the link. I didn't want to have him in there because he kind of pissed me off a little bit. You know what I mean? And so he came in anyways. So that's why I booted him. You want to pull the big man card that it's your hangout. Well, don't come to my hangout then. That's the mentality I had. Plus I had 2-3 beers at that time, so I'm like, fuck this shit, So after a while, I let him in again or something. I let him in, and then he's like, oh, I was joking. But the thing is, he wasn't joking, you know what I'm saying? So he comes in there lying to me with a bit of that cunty attitude there, WJ, talking like that. It's like, you want to talk to your little Terrences like that, go for it, but don't talk to me like that. I'm not impressed with you. I don't think you're a star like your little buddies do. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to patch it up with him in the hangout, but then he's straight up just lying in the hangout with a little.
He said he's gonna let you sleep it off. Remember,
yeah. And he took offense when I told him that Alan can go fuck himself, and I find that funny because he talks shit behind Alan's back every single fucking day, every day. No. Every time I talk to Jerry, he bashes Alan left, right, up, and center, whatever the fuck there. So I find it strange that he got upset that I said something about Alan. And then he says to me with a big fucking gay cuntish attitude, I'll talk to you when you're sober, WJ. Well, I'm sober right now, and I still think you were acting like a cunt. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't like that kind of bullshit, the way he left with an attitude. So that's when I started to talk shit about him in the hangout there. But, and he tells me when I'm going to be sober, this motherfucker was drinking himself. Drinks like a fish when he drinks. So I don't know in what position he thinks he is to tell me to sober up. I drank a couple drinks. I was a bit drunk, but by the end of the night, the buzz kind of fucking left. I was just tired after, you know what I mean? And this is a guy that got so fucking drunk. He's in Brett Keene's hangout making a complete fucking fool of himself. Getting owned left, right by these people in the hangout because he was acting like a drunken moron on there. Like a few weeks ago, he was drunk and he's like, oh, I'm going to be number one, stuff like this, Well, you have fun there in fantasy land where you're going to become the number one wrestling talker.
More competition out there. To get your what? pictures and go ahead, WJ.
You know, he's talking to me about his sources. Oh, WJ, my sources are telling me that Impact is in trouble. What sources? You mean no DQ that you read just like everybody else there? What sources are we talking about there? Sean's view, you know? If he wants to live in fantasy land with his buddies there, you know, he's better than Alan and Terrence, you know, guys that, you know, they all have 5 subscribers, so they might be impressed with Jerry, those guys, but you know, if he's gonna come to me with a cunt attitude, then you can straight up fuck off there. I mean, really, I'm not gonna fucking start falling for this his hype that he's gonna be #1 and he's supposed to have a bunch more subs, but YouTube is hiding his subs and this and that, you know. Have fun living in fantasy land, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to start a big war with Jerry. If he wants to make me a response, I'll damn sure fucking respond to him. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna start trolling him and try to fuck up his channel. But if he responds to me, I'll damn sure respond back. And that's about it there, you know what I mean? Like, people were telling me last night, oh, Jerry's better than you know. If that's what people think, that's cool. Maybe you can become friends with him, you can go on his hangouts and you can pretend to laugh at his boring jokes all the time. That's, you know, it's not easy doing that there. But so yeah, Jerry can go his way in fantasy land where he's the best, this and that, with his imaginary sources, with his fucking fake news reporter gimmick like Sean there, and I'm gonna go my own way there. That's about it. If he wants to talk shit about me in the vid, I'll damn sure respond to him. Definitely not afraid of Jerry. But to address his buddy Alan, who started talking shit about me in this video in Jerry's Hangout, Alan's like, oh, well, you don't hurt his feelings, Jerry. Of course, I'm going to be insulted if Jerry acts like a cunt like that when I try to bring some fun into his Hangout. But it's not a thing that I was sad and I expect people to cater to my supposed feelings that Alan was imagining in his head there. Jerry was acting like some kind of Hitler cunt, telling me I wasn't allowed to talk there, so I left to start my own hangout. Simple as that. If he wants to say that, it's my hangout. Well, I'm going to go start my own and have a good time.
That's the thing. I mean, if you can't have fun doing your own stuff, I mean, wow, I mean, I don't get that. I mean, I guess, I mean, I want my channel to grow, but I'm not going to make it feel like a job. You know what I'm saying? If it grows, I'm going to have fun while it grows. I'm not going to have hangouts and invite you guys over and say, no, you can't talk about that in my hangout. No, like, and then you're gonna piss off those people that'll help you spread your channel out. They're not gonna have, you know, it's gonna hurt everybody. So I don't. That's just me, you know. I mean, I got nothing against General Jerry. I just think he gets a little too stressed out for stuff. Whereas, I just embrace everything now. I used to get stressed out over drama, but it's gonna come regardless how nice you are. You might as well have fun. So.
He's too paranoid, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess he thought if I would have had a bit of fun, then the police would have came over to arrest him for his hangout. I don't know. If that was the case, he could have sent me a PM, try not to do drama or something, and I would have just fucking shrugged it off there. If he says, this is my hangout, then it's like, go fuck yourself. You know, fuck you.
All right, you mates, know? Mates are going to have to ask you to leave, mates. You don't know. You know. When he does that. But I mean, I don't know. I just say I don't understand it either. I mean, you guys should be allowed to have fun, you know. I mean, if it gets out of hand, I could see him maybe saying, you know, but you were just being funny. I mean,
it's not like I was gonna, you know, like he had no direction for his hangout. We went in there knowing
yeah.
that we were just gonna drink and talk shit kind of deal.
Yeah.
So
Especially if you're winging it off. If it wasn't even like an actual hangout, then there's really no need for him to even get upset. I mean, you guys are just winging it.
That's what he's.
That would have made the hangout funny and more entertaining. But
that's what he said. Like before we started, he wanted to talk about Dixie Carter for a minute or something, and then just pretty much wing it. And that's exactly what I did. They talked about Dixie. I kept my mouth shut for the first couple minutes, and then when it was time to wing it, that's exactly what I started doing to wing it. You know what I mean? And then Alan was talking shit about me. Oh, he had a beer, Jerry. He's already drunk or something like this. I don't know where Alan got the idea that I would get drunk off of one beer or something, that I was a lightweight. I had 5, not trying to show off. I know it's not a lot, but I had 5 big cans. I drank a couple shooters of rum and I was fine. I don't know where he got the idea that I was going to get drunk off of one beer. And is Alan supposed to, for him, I find it funny for him to start acting like a big manly guy. Yeah, he's going to get drunk off one beer. You know, Alan, he spends his entire days cruising guys on YouTube or in Hangouts and shit. You know what I mean? That's all he does. Is that where he got his manliness from? Oh, I'm just joking. That's all it is. It's cruising men for 6 hours.
It may be okay if you did that once in a while, like in kind of like cheek and humor and stuff like that. But if you're doing it 6 hours a day, one has to think that you may have a little bit of homosexual tendencies or
obviously
bisexual or something. Or
like
it's okay. I'm not going to judge you. But,
yeah, me neither. I don't care if he's gay or not. But like, I find it funny for him to act like this, to act as feminine as it gets, and then to try to act like the big tough guy claiming that I can't drink more than a beer or that I'm drunk off a beer. I don't know. But straight up, you know, Alan he can take his little attitude and shove it up his ass. Like, you know, I was Don's advisor. I have zero clue why Don would bring in Alan as an advisor. Like the channel that Alan was a part of, it has like 4 views per video. You know what I'm saying? Like Jerry would make fun of this all the time about how Alan is a jobber, stuff like this. So for Alan to, oh, I'm a big shot advisor here, you're a joke, buddy. That's all you are. Fuck, you're a joke. So I don't give 2 shits about Alan. If he wants to have attitude with me, well, fuck him. I'm not going to talk with him. And when you talk with him, it's just bullshit gay talk all the time. So why the fuck would I want to talk with him in the first place? You know what I mean? So that's it for them boys. And then we had Yanni who came in. And, you know, Yanni was acting like a prick a lot of times on Facebook and stuff. So I decided, you know, fuck it. The guy was doing, you know, perverted stuff on Omegle. He knows it's true. Y'all can go check out my video from last night to find out what I'm talking about. He came in my Hangout and he admitted to it. It was a mistake. I've moved on. Well, you know, cruising girls who look like they're 12 on Omegle, that's not a mistake there. You know what I'm saying?
You kind of can tell when they're that young. I mean, you should be able to tell. I mean, that's young.
I'm moving on. Well, go fuck yourself. I don't give a shit, you know. And then he comes in here and tells me I have no class. he cruises obvious minors, which he admitted to doing last night, verbally and written on Facebook.
Maybe one. How old is Johnny?
In his 20s.
Be one thing if, like, say for instance, he talked to a girl that ended up being 17 and said they were like 20. Yeah, that's okay. That happens to people. But that young, yeah, that it's pedophilia activity or whatever.
That's being a fucking thick ass.
Pedo, yeah.
So he comes in here, and especially after he admits to doing it, he starts saying, "I don't have class." What a goddamn joke. First of all, if he's gonna cruise little girls, I have no reason to have class towards him. What is this?
You know.
Hey, I raped someone. Please have class towards me. Is that how you deal with people that do sick shit? You have to have class towards them? I don't fucking think so. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I just killed 20 people, WJ, but I said I'm sorry now. Let's let it go.
I'm moving on or whatever. But like me, I'm not gonna fucking deal with him there. I'm not gonna do a big thing with him. I know he's a pervert. I know he's fucked up. I'm just gonna stay away from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the best thing. Yanni, always kind of an odd guy to me. I don't dislike him. He just freaks me out. So, I mean, nothing against you, Yanni, but you just kind of scare me. I stay away from you. So, just, don't, if you start trolling me, I'm just going to block you because you're weird. I'm not even going to troll back.
And I was talking shit about Terrence and the Hangout last night. And the thing with Terrence is, like, I tried to be cool with this guy. Like, I was cool with him, but at some point, he just started having a bad attitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got that big attitude now on him. I've noticed he's trying to be tough now, kind of like a badass kind of now. I've noticed that here lately.
So I don't fucking Sharia law.
that does that. They do think that they're superior them to us there. It could be that. I'm not sure there, but I tried to joke around with him a bit on Facebook, and he's like, what do you want? I'm busy. It's like, the fuck is this shit? What are you busy doing? Fucking sitting in your pajamas watching Star Trek? Fucking give me a fucking break. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Give me a fucking break.
Star Trek.
So that's why I fucking told him off last night. I fucking removed him from my friend list. I should have removed him before when he tried to cheat to make Spaz Phoenix win that Matt from In the Rope show debate there.
Yeah, that was a telltale sign of some bullshit to come.
Yeah, if he's gonna do something like that to try to fuck with me, then obviously the guy has some kind of problem. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
I gotta be honest with you. Like I've been talking to you all morning, a little bit last night. Like, this is all, like, I never saw this shit coming. I really didn't. Because when you and I were going through some bullshit, he had your back 110. I'm talking about Jerry here, and he made it a point to come at me a few times. So this is all like fucking out of left field for me. Now, at this point, me and Jerry are on good terms. I don't have any problems with him. I just think there's I was telling you a few minutes ago, I just think that there's differences in the personalities of you and him, and they're clashing. So I haven't seen the actual, I haven't watched his video from yesterday, the whole thing, to see exactly what happened. But as far as the Yanni bullshit, though, I got to tell you, I'm not surprised in the least. The kid's a fucking freak show. He's super, super duper retarded. If you can't tell, super fucking retarded. This guy thinks he starred in the fucking Suicide Squad movie or some shit like that. Like he's a fucking big shot. This guy's out of his fucking mind. It does not surprise me at all that he's a pedophile. He's a Muslim too, isn't he? So
No, I think he's Greek, him.
is he? Yanni?
Yeah, he's he's
that
from
sounds pretty
Greece.
Middle Eastern to me.
Probably Catholic.
He could be, I'm not sure there.
Kid's a fucking freak show nonetheless.
Yeah.
And like seriously not surprised at all.
Were you gonna say that some of them are kind of pedos in that religion? The reason they do that is because Muhammad had sex with a 9-year-old in the Quran. So a lot of them think it's okay. That's why you have 50-year-old men marrying 8-year-old girls in those Muslim countries, you know.
Right, and the promise of, dying for the sake of jihad, you get rewarded with 7 virgins in heaven, even though you don't have a properly working dick in spirit form, from what I understand. When you're in spirit form, your dick doesn't work anymore because you're an apparition. So having 7 virgins doesn't mean too much, now does it?
In order to get a hard on, you need to have all the working parts. If you don't have any parts, how are you gonna get a hard on to start fucking virgins? Makes no sense.
Just saying, guys.
But yeah, like I'm not gonna start a big war with Jerry. You know what I'm saying? But like just the way he did that last night, it's my hangout. Like I just found that lame, like for example, last night you went hard on Peter a little bit. You mentioned his job or something. So I said, let's not get ourselves flagged, boys. But like, it's not like I said, Will, don't do drama. This is my hangout. It's not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Like,
I mean, I have to go back and watch it myself. Like, did it have any type, when he said it, did it have any type of like humor to it? Was there laughter or anything like that?
Well, he says he was joking, but that was during his disclaimer. Like, we were going to start to talk about the Deluxe Man thing. And then he changed the topic on us. So I said, like, half jokingly, I'm like, Jerry, you just fucking swerved us. What happened to the Deluxe Man talk there? Oh, well, it's my hangout. You know what I mean? It was like done in a cunt way that I didn't like, Like I said earlier, he can have his little cunt attitude with his little buddies that are impressed with him, but like, I don't fall for that kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And like the way he left the hangout too yesterday, I'll talk to you when you're sober, like with a bitch attitude, and then he leaves. Well, go fuck yourself, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, no one can say that it's the liquor that was talking, because you're saying the same shit.
I'm saying the same shit.
And you remember everything that was said by other people as well. So,
like, maybe if I would have been straight, I would have kind of brushed it off. You know what I'm saying? But when you're drunk or whatever, you don't pull any punches. You know what I mean? So when he did that little cunt move, I'm like, well, fuck you. I'll just go do my own show, And like, I didn't want him to come in my hangout. I could have just, that was my intention there. I'll just do my own show. He can stay on his show with Alan if that's how he's going to be, I didn't want to do a big thing there, but he ended up coming in without my permission, so that's why I booted him a couple times, but like he said it was a joke, but it wasn't a joke, but whatever, he can do his thing. He can imagine that he's a big star there, and I'll do whatever the fuck I'm gonna do there. So that's about it with the Jerry stuff there.
I'm more concerned with the Yanni stuff. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, that's kind of freaky shit.
He says I'm the one who doesn't have class because I mentioned this stuff. You know, I should have mentioned it as soon as it happened.
Yeah, we're supposed to forgive and forget, WJ, I guess. He thinks we're supposed to forget about that. So it's be like me going out and killing 30 people and saying, "Well, WJ, I said I'm sorry." Let's move on. Yeah. It ain't that bad, but it's kind of the same thing. You know.
I'm gonna stay away from that clique there. The Jerry is a superstar clique featuring Alan and Yanni and guys like that. Like Calvin is cool and stuff there. But
what's Yanni's username? Yonster?
Yonster 12, yeah.
Wow.
IP's asking for it. So.
Youngster. Well,
Youngster.
Dally X-Man. I gotta be honest with you, I've never watched a video by that dude.
And like Spaz Phoenix, he's not the kind of guy that's gonna come in and get Jerry flagged, you know what I mean? He has a beef with the Licks man, but he's an articulate guy, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he would have came in there and started saying the N-word about him and shit, you know what I mean?
I remember him articulately promoting his fucking channel and videos during the 30-day stream. So fuck that guy.
He's the king of spaz, big time. But
Classes.
yeah. And we also talked about the Black Lives Matter stuff. I was accused of being racist in the chat, but there was no fucking racism there. I just talked about real stuff that happens, talked about some of the Black Lives Matter bullshit. I got nothing against blacks or Mexicans or Chinese or anything like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid of stating facts, though. That's the thing.
Whenever you mention Black Lives Matter, you know Omega and Malik are just instantly going to get mad, even though they have no facts to back up any argument that they have. Olsen can back me up on this one. And it's just those two need to get a life. Get a life.
Like we were talking with Omega on Kyle's Hangout later on after that, but like Omega, he's not a bad guy there, but he just says some shit here and there, you know, that doesn't make too much sense there. But overall, he's not a bad guy, I don't think there, but
yeah.
So fuck, that's about all I have to say there. I just wanted to clarify some of the stuff by the swearing kind of deal there. I don't know if you guys have anything you want to talk about.
I want to try and mediate this situation.
No, this is my hangout.
Fine.
You know, like I would never do something like that, especially to one of my buddies. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta go in here. I gotta go and listen to it so I can like determine for myself. Because the way you're making it sound, it definitely wasn't a fucking joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. It was some kind of it's my hangout. I'm the boss kind of bullshit, and Jerry's not my boss. If he's gonna be like that, I'll just start my own show where we can enjoy ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
And I fucking came up with this whole Jerry versus the alien storylines, and now I gotta worry about this having a conflict of interest.
No, there's no conflict of interest. I'm not gonna tell.
577 views on a 1-minute vid. Come on, man. Don't kill my thunder.
I'm not gonna be like that. There, you gotta be my friend and not his friend. I don't roll like that. There.
I'm only kidding, man. Shit, I'll tell you what about the weed, though, man. It really does make you lazy.
It does for sure. That's why I stopped it, because it makes me eat too much. You know what I mean? Like, especially with the diet, it's bad because, like, some people, they can smoke weed and do all kinds of physical stuff. But, like, me, when I smoke, it makes me very lazy. And, like, fuck, it's like a nonstop fucking hunger. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I sure do.
Like, it relaxes you. It relaxes you, but sometimes you don't need to be relaxed all the time. You know what I mean?
Right. Robbie, what are your thoughts on marijuana intake? Mr. Fireball.
Robbie, they're calling you.
Oh, I thought they were meant to grab something.
No, they asked you something.
So, what was that, WJ? Sorry.
No, it was Vito. Come on.
Oh,
Well,
what was it, y'all?
Guest appearance. Nothing. I was just joking, Robbie. Go do
Oh.
what you got to do.
I got you, Fireball.
Fireball. Yeah, that shit was nasty. I don't know what it. Ugh. It worked though.
Fireball. With a name like Fireball, you should know what you're getting yourself into, for Christ's sake.
It's disgusting, but it worked though.
the fuck's going on in this chat there? I finally found out how to look at the chat in real time there.
Yeah. They let's see here. Fireball tastes like Big Red Gum. Yeah, I don't like Big Red Gum either. So maybe why. One second, I'll mute my thing.
If anyone in the chat has anything interesting to tell me that you want me to address, fucking speak now, motherfuckers.
They say if I watch Daily X-Man, I'll probably cringe.
Oh, that's, yeah, because he acts like a big phony. I can't stand it. I had to unsub his page a long time ago there. Somebody wrote, we obviously need cops. We gotta stay safe. Well, that's true. If you listen to Black Lives Matter, though, all the cops need to need to get beat up or killed. I don't fucking know.
They want to know what part of the Hangout did that incident with Jerry happen.
It was on his Hangout. Like, it wasn't that big a deal there, but like, I just didn't.
They want a
like
timestamp.
Fuck, I don't know.
They want a timestamp, though. Beginning, middle, end. Had to be around the beginning.
I've heard WJ say he's gonna quit smoking 50 times over the past couple weeks. I tried to quit a couple weeks ago. I lasted 2 days, and because it was rough. It's hard when you've been smoking every day for a long ass time, but you know, today is my 6th day there, so I'm doing good for now. Fuck. WJ, what did you have for breakfast? I had a fucking Tim Horton sandwich with a hash brown, 610 calories.
The first meal of the day is supposed to be calorie packed to boost the metabolism, so it's not a bad thing.
I'm getting wrestling questions. Damn it, I said no wrestling, but
I got one for you. Did you watch Gemini's video? He said that
Yeah.
he guarantees that your diet will fail. Well,
I'm gonna,
Gemini, I guarantee that you'll never find another woman in your life again.
I'm gonna
That's
make
coming from me.
I'm gonna make him a response later today or tomorrow or something like that. There.
Yeah. I recommend the Big and Toasty from Dunkin' Donuts if you have a Dunkin' Donuts up there.
The Asian Smart Buster asked if I had a piece of toast, referring to his funny pics from last night there. I had the sausage breakfast sandwich on a home style biscuit. So
Not bad. That sounds tasty.
someone asked about TNA. Well, they didn't die, so that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to talk about wrestling, but TNA, it's like the cockroach of wrestling. Like they say, if a nuclear bomb would drop on the earth, the cockroaches would manage to survive, and that's TNA in a nutshell right there.
Ain't that the truth? They want you to bury Mick Foley.
I've already done that last week. I don't want to go too far into, I don't want to talk wrestling because then I'll get a billion comments there on you contradict yourself. You know?
Check this one out, right? So I was planning on going to see UFC 205 in New York. It's only a 4-hour drive from where I'm at. So I went online and I'm looking at the ticket prices. And to sit in the balcony seats, guess how much the price is for the tickets?
$1,000.
$1,100 for the cheapest one in the balcony.
It's fucking
That's
expensive.
insane.
It's big time expensive.
To sit cage side is $15,000.
That's the thing. UFC, it's crazy ticket, crazy prices, but people still go. You know what I mean? People pay for it.
$15,000.
My poor ass won't be going.
I saw that. I'm like, I'll watch it online for free.
Someone mentioned the CGI penis from the Brash Sean's View Entertainment. Yeah. I can't believe he came out with that bullshit a few months ago. There now he's just begging for money like at a fucking crazy level there.
Really is bad.
Like he takes every situation that happens on the internet and he twists it to beg for money. It's like, get a fucking life, man. What do I think of JD from New York? I checked a few of his vids and I didn't really get it. What was the big deal with this guy? He sounded annoying as fuck with his accent. You know what I mean?
New Yorker. He's a New Yorker.
Like some of these guys, it's like, I don't know why they're supposed to, like, I'm not like player hating, you know, good for them for making it or whatever, but like, I don't know, man. They have like the big giant microphones. I guess if you have a big giant microphone and you beg for money and you're live all the time, then that makes you a superstar. I don't know, but I don't really see it. Me, I look at some of these guys and I'm bored to fucking death, you know. Someone asked about Joe Cronin, same thing. Like I watch these guys, after a minute, I have to click out of the vid. I can't take it.
Joe Cronin's fun to troll live. He gets mad. It's funny too.
They do a show together, the both of them, don't they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they do. It's just their presentation is professional and they kind of have that sound like. If you've listened, if you like driving in your car and you put on like the sports talk stations, they kind of sound like that. They have that feel to them. So I think some people like that. You know what I mean? Like
the podcast feel kind of deal.
Pretty much.
Guess that's the thing with wrestling fans for years. It was always podcasts. So that's why, like, I remember when I first started, I would make, 5 to 10 minute vids and everybody was talking for an hour, but that's because there's the wrestling podcast influence on the vids. People think a vid has to be 2 hours, shit like this. So me, like, I don't go in it with that mentality. Me, it's more like I'm more of a ranter. You know what I mean? It's not a thing that I want to be a professional podcast guy. I'm more of a ranter. So
You got a job.
I'm on Team JD. Give him a chance, WJ. I tried to give him a chance, but me personally, it's not really my taste there. What was my most enjoyable hangout? Was it the e-begging war with Sean? That would be one of them there. Somebody says rant on Dark Horse. Fuck, not again. We just made peace again. Fuck, I can't ruin that right off the bat. Fuck. Do I like Dean Ambrose? No, fuck. He was boring me to fucking death.
Yeah, shame.
Was the amazing atheist banana thing the most disgusting thing you ever seen? Nah, not on the internet. Far from it. There, it was disgusting, no doubt. But
I think Sean's New Entertainment is probably. I mean, I like Sean. I got nothing to get Sean, but that's probably the worst thing. Well, one of the worst things I've seen on YouTube.
Apparently, the guarantee that I made about Gemini and his love life isn't too far-fetched. They say the chances of that really happening are pretty good. I agree.
will there be another Double DJ movie maybe down the road there? WJ, do you believe Sean fooled us all and it was really a CGI dick? Absolutely not. No way in hell.
That was the real deal, unfortunately.
And it was 3 different colors and everything, and it was small and weird looking.
Shit was mutated.
Skyline Jericho, and that's the German guy that shit. He shit in the video with his cock out. And
oh man, that's some old days, man.
How many times have you been threatened to be killed? Fuck, many times. Not as much the last couple of years, but while I still get stuff like that, people still wish death on me, shit like this. But I had many death threats, not just in comment sections, but in videos and shit like this.
Did you say somebody was following you around in real life or some shit there for a minute? You were telling me, WJ?
Yeah, I was getting messages telling me where I was at what time and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
That would scare the shit out of me a little bit.
Oh.
Not a little bit, a whole lot.
I figured, if he's gonna make a move, he can come make a move, but he never did. So.
Yeah, scary though.
Is the Canadian Prime Minister a homosexual? He does have that emo haircut there, but he's married, I guess. I think Peter Gilmore wants to come in here. Fuck.
Please don't bring him in.
Let's see what. Okay, Peter, I sent you the link. I think Will just said he wants you in. What Will wants, Will gets.
No! Ratings fucking dropper right there.
Your thoughts on what culture pro wrestling? I wondered how come they get to use like all kind of pictures of WWE and stuff like this in their vids. I don't know if they have an arrangement with them or what there, but
You put my meat on, sorry.
personally, I don't think it's, I don't find it that entertaining, to be honest there. It's
The
more like
Gilmore Armada coming to your show, baby. Wah, 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 wah.
it's more like a sellout type of feel to their vids, a phony kind of feel, guys with fake smiles and marking out for jobber wrestlers and shit like this. I'm not really, and it doesn't really take a genius to do what they do, you know, top 10 matches of Mick Foley, you know, people were doing that 10 years ago on here. So it's not like a big deal there.
Convenient that they get a big, muscular, bald guy with a goatee, huh? What is that supposed to look like?
The guy who accused me of being racist and then talked about Jews and whites later on told me that he's telling me that I'm hating. Stop hating. Well, I'm just answering people's comments. Douche, get a fucking grip there.
Go
And,
back to for the Armada coming to get you and bury you. Wah,
And
wah, wah, wah,
here's
wah,
the
wah.
thing, retard. I'm a ranter. This is a ranting channel. You know what I mean? If you're a
Do you know this? Do you know this guy? The one this dude there, King Droopy?
no.
Mm.
If he's too retarded to understand that this is a rant channel and that's what I do is complain, then he can get the fuck out there. Go watch some kind of other channel where everything is positive. I don't fucking know there. That's that weirdo wrestling behavior there. CM Punk said, hey, stop bitching. So that means you're not allowed to be a ranter or to complain. You know, get a fucking grip, man. Is Peter coming in?
I'm
Is
right
he
here.
in?
Hey, what? How
WJ.
you doing, Pelwa?
WJ,
Yeah.
is the healthcare in Canada as good as they say it is?
It's good, but they don't pay for everything, and like they won't pay for like they won't pay for cosmetic surgery and stuff like that. But
I hear the healthcare is great in Antarctica. Maybe you should move there.
No,
you have long lineups in the hospital, though. You have to sit there for 8 hours in fucking pain before they check you out. That's the bad part.
God.
Fucking right. At least 8 hours. Takes a long ass time. It's free, but fuck, you suffer as fuck before they help you. WJ, which current diva would you fuck? Most of them, except for Nia Jax, I guess.
I know somebody who would want to fuck Nia Jax.
You?
No, his name rhymes with Ronnie.
Lonnie from the past there.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Lonnie had gone after Peter at Ring of Honor shows, and he was filming himself looking for Peter, wanting
That's
to
funny.
beat him. He wanted to beat him up, stuff like this. There.
The thing is, he came to Ring of Honor and he got kicked out.
Well, he was.
What'd you do? You ratted him out?
No, he caused a scene.
You call security on him?
The thing with Lonnie, he was walking around acting like a tough guy, but it was full of cop cars right next to him, so it's obvious he wouldn't have attacked Peter in front of the cops there. You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of that chick on NXT? She's got she took on Asuka this past week.
Liv Morgan?
Yeah, she comes out. Her music's like yo 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 yo.
Yeah, that's fucking worst team song I ever heard. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck the theme song though. Look at her though.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
she's very hot. Yeah, for
Who
sure.
is it now? Name of this girl? WJ?
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
Oh, Liv Morgan.
I think possibly the worst song is the song of the Hype Brothers with Zack Ryder and that other guy.
That is bad. That whole
We
gimmick's
don't get
bad.
hype.
Bro, get the fuck out with that shit. What the fuck happened?
Zack Ryder's gonna go back with Kurt Hawkins.
Like him, he's doing pretty much what Matt Hardy was doing in 2005 with the Matt facts there. Somebody says Peter would fuck Randy Orton. Peter, I hope that's not true.
Somebody's gonna get a Gilmore cutter.
A Gilmore cutter.
Attitude,
What is it?
Volume 1. That's what it was. He's just doing the Matt Hardy gimmick from fucking 11 years ago. It's like, don't you have anything new to give? Fucking shit, man.
Yeah, but Matt can slam a tornado.
Like I just got sucked into the wrestling talk again without thinking about it. Fuck!
And the comment section will do that to you, man.
Done with that fucking wrestling. WJ, how was the Big Mag? Very good. Fuck. Really good.
You know what? You know what? Because of you in that fucking video, I bought 2 of them last night. I ate both those sumbitches, man. They didn't look as tasty as yours did, though.
WJ, has anyone imitated your voice before? Fuck, lots of people. Probably 100 vids of people doing some kind of imitation of me. WJ, have you ever had a threesome? Nope. That's one thing I never did.
Alrighty.
I had a threesome yesterday with a Big Mac and a McChicken. That's the only, as far as I got. WJ is on the Rich Piana keto diet. I don't know what the diet is. I know who Rich Piana is. That's a motherfucking huge steroid guy. Holy fuck. Have you ever seen this guy, Will? Oh, Will's gone. Rich Piano. Let me see if I can find this guy there. Show you how fucking huge he is. Fucking.
Okay, YouTuber.
He's like a bodybuilder, YouTuber. He looks a little bit like Sting without the makeup, a little there.
Come Sting.
The band called Sting.
Fucking look at this motherfucker. Wait a sec. I'll show you.
What?
The fuck is this guy?
Look at him. Wait a sec. I'll show you. Look at this fucking guy. Look at his arms, for God's sake.
Holy jeez.
Oh my God.
I've seen this human before.
Fuck, I don't
Oh, he has
know
a
what
small
he is.
penis.
Kind of looks a bit like Sting without the makeup, but holy shit.
Sting with like multiple steroids. And,
This guy's fucking humongous, man. Holy fuck, man.
oh. If he puts you in a
Yeah, the
headlock,
dude walks weird.
he'd kill you.
Fucking right.
He wouldn't be able to catch you. The guy can barely move.
Yeah, that's what happens with the bodybuilders. Well, a lot of them are in good shape, but some of them, they get stiff a little bit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Somebody wrote, is that right back? The guy has like a big, heavy, fucking fake tan on him. Somebody wrote he eats steroids for breakfast.
He downs the whole freaking container.
Vince McMahon needs to sign this
Looks like he's on megaroids.
Holy shit. It's fucking huge, man.
He's on the Scott Steiner diet.
Yeah, I prefer to just lose the weight and try to get a bit in shape, you know what I mean? Like for health shit there, I don't want to
That's me. I want to get small. I don't want to get big. Fuck, I'm already big. Shit.
I don't want to like try to become a big, huge guy there. That's not my intention, you know? I'm not like no matter how small or big I get, I'm never gonna look like fucking like a big stud. So I don't have weird fantasies of trying to look like that there.
Yeah.
His arms look like a wet kebab. Nigel wrote.
Yeah, if he puts you in a headlock, I'm telling you, or sleeper hold, you done. It's over. You might want to.
Nigel, I just sent you the link on Facebook there if you're still listening.
Yeah, Punkster, come on in. I ain't seen him in a little bit.
I'm sure he's been here under numerous sock accounts.
Under sock accounts.
Well, that's the thing with like on YouTube, if you try to look for health advice and shit, it got like taken over by bodybuilders. You know, if you look at stuff about weight loss, it's how to lose weight while maintaining your gains, brah. You know, that's
a raw eggnog and lift about 400 times or whatever.
Just eat about 3,000 calories, bro. Hit the gym, do some deadlifts. It's like, holy shit, man, I just want to lose weight. Who's this giant guy telling me to eat 5,000 calories there?
We're going to warm up with 500 pounds on the bench press.
Fuck's sake.
The thing is, like, not everybody's body reacts the same way to certain workouts. Everybody's body's different. So different workouts work for different people.
Someone wrote WJ's on Chokey McSlut, bro. WJ's on the best diet ever. Eat Big Macs and lose weight. The thing, like, if I want to eat McDonald's, it's like like I won't eat much during the day kind of thing. If I know I'm gonna eat McDonald's later in the night, I won't eat much during the day kind of deal.
Yeah.
And then when I eat the McDonald's, I'm gonna check the calories of each thing, you know, to make sure I don't go over my number of getting fat, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta worry about the salt more than anything else, man. Fuck the calories. The salt inside those Big Macs is incredible. The sodium content.
Yeah, that's where they golf that fucks most of us up that's overweight, because anything salt or sugar turns into fat, they say.
He's true.
It's October, WJ. You're officially on the diet of truth. Yes, it officially begins today. Fuck, I gotta try to do some exercise there. I only slept like 5 hours earlier today there. Last night, I mean, but I'll try to do some later.
Cool.
That's a good smell.
My brother told me the best way to lose weight is by eating McDonald's because he does, and he's skinny, but he hardly eats anything. That's Brianna. If she's referring to her little brother, that's because when you're a kid, your metabolism can handle a lot more before you can lose weight, before you start to...
I bet he plays a lot or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
when you're a kid, you play sports, you do, gym class. Like me too, when I was young, I'd walk to school and walk back and fucking go walking everywhere and biking, gym, go play basketball. So when you have a high metabolism and you work out kind of deal like that, you can eat, a fucking elephant and stay the same size,
Some people are blessed with good metabolism too. Though I've seen some people that eat like really bad and they don't gain shit, and they're not very active people either. Like
that's a sign of a hyperactive thyroid gland. Which is not good.
WJ should do workout vids. I went to Walmart looking for the DDP yoga so I can review that, but I couldn't find it. I don't know if I have to order that online or what there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to order it.
Nigel, back in business. Are you opening a new account or?
No, this is just like an account I made like last week, just to like fucking, comment and fucking shit.
Are you
As
gonna
far as
open?
like doing videos, I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. Like lately, I've been like fucking really super fucking busy. I'm just trying to fucking sort it all out.
I drink like a fish and eat like a horse and don't gain weight.
Some people are like that. They can eat whatever the fuck, and it doesn't faze them at all.
It's funny though you brought up about the metabolism because I gotta be honest, man. Like my metabolism, like only like kind of like slowed down in the last like year, cause I was always around the 155 mark, and now like I'm fucking nearly. I believe 2 days ago. When I was actually up in the doctor's, I just wanted to weigh myself and see what it was. I was nearly closing in on 190 pounds. I'm like, holy shit, man. And it's my fucking belly that's fucking carrying the weight. It's not in my fucking arms, I just look discombobulated.
Me, when I lost all my weight or whatever, I had that skinny fat look,
Yeah, right. Skinny legs, fat gut, and like just skinny arms. It's like, what?
I saw this thing, hey WJ, talking about that, man. I saw this on TV where this guy was really big. Like, he was probably like 500 pounds, and he lost his weight. And, but what happened is all that fat where he had for years, it was, like, hanging down. He had to have surgery to have his fat. It was kind of sad, actually. Yeah, I felt bad for the guy. It was, like, sagging. And
The Rock did that to his pecs.
I had a bit of that, not that much, but you can see that I was like jiggly in certain places. You know what I mean? But like this time, I want to take it slower, the weight loss. Maybe try to do a bit of not too much weights, maybe just a little, just to try to, be in a bit better shape there. But like I'm not gonna.
Just don't quit everything at the one time like you did last time.
That's because last time I was starving myself too much and I was depriving myself and I ended up fucking up, you know what I mean? I became miserable, so I just fucking lashed out and fucking, I don't know why I did that there.
That's why you had the skinny fat look, though, is because you dieted way too much. You didn't exercise enough. You just, starved yourself. You gotta, when you're losing the fat, you have to build muscle to take up that space at the same time. Otherwise, you get that fucking saggy skin.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. So you gotta, build. That's why people get on the gas. When I say the gas, I'm talking about the steroids, because fat kids like Remington Blake Williams, when they were fat as kids and they lost all the weight, they had to replace it with muscle with the steroid shit. It's an easy way to get ripped.
WJ, WJ, have you ever done acid or coke? I did LSD multiple times when I was a kid, like 13, 14 years old. I did cocaine one time in my life.
You see angels when you took LSD, WJ? Everybody says they see shit.
No,
like
I
they
never had any illusions like that there, but I did take cocaine one time. I was 13 years old with this guy in a fucking stolen Corvette driving at 200 kilometers per hour on cocaine. I was 13 years old. You know what I mean? WJ, at what point does masturbation become unnatural?
do it every 5 seconds.
Then it becomes some kind of sicko addiction, I guess, at that point. If you're
if you
fucking
can't control it, if you masturbate at work, then yeah, you probably got a problem.
shit
I
like
think
that.
I'd fired for doing that, man. I think that's some shit. Masturbating at work.
That's not true. Any grown man under 5'10" should weigh 135 to 155. That's not true at all.
My
That's super
doctor
fucking
said,
skinny.
yeah, my doctor said about 160 I should weigh at 5'10.
That's wicked.
But that's 135. That can be for people with a small body frame.
Odd frame,
kind
that's
of
what
deal.
it is. You know?
Like a guy like Cody Brainerd, you know what I mean?
Me and you would probably be good at 180, 170.
What are the lowest raw rating of all time? It's a 1.5 in 1996. That's what stops it from today's ratings from being the lowest ever. It's because of a one-off show in 96 there.
I wasn't exactly sure where the Warrior and Jerry Lawler had their like fucking weird segment where the Warrior come out wearing a baseball cap and all that crap.
Fuck, I don't
fucking weird, man.
I don't remember what happened. Fuck. WJ, have you ever caught yourself in a real deep thought and snap out and be like, damn, I'm high as fuck? Well, recently when I was smoking pot, I don't know, like before, maybe it's because I'm older, I'm not sure, but like when I was younger, I can smoke no problem. I could smoke 2, 3 joints one after the other and barely fucking feel it. But recently the pot was fucking, I was getting fucking stoned hard on it. I'm like, shit, is this fucking cocaine they put in this shit? What the fuck's going on here, you know? I don't know if the pot's gotten too strong or what, but WJ, can you explain how to make your cock horse size? Like, I don't know. Can't help you there in that department. Like, I'm as average as it gets in that area. You gotta watch TNA, boy. That'll give you a big hard on.
TNA are actually on the WWE.com now. Did you notice that?
What?
TNA are actually on WWE.com. If you search TNA,
Really?
yeah, video library is up in it.
Well, you know what that means.
Shit.
Holston's gonna be fucking committing suicide.
I'd love to know what the TNA fans will actually watch now.
Well, apparently they're not going out of business.
Well, I heard they're meant to be doing like like an NXT type of deal on the network, exclusive for the network. But then the TNA fans will have to buy the WWE network after years of, I ain't buying that gay shit. You know, so it should be funny.
What's the next food
They could do some
review?
great commercials with what's his name there. Fuck the fucking
Brock
guy there,
Hardy.
the Perfect 10 in
Oh,
NXT. He could.
I don't remember his name right now. And there,
Looking to see
Pot
this
is
TNA.
proven to have 30% more THC than in the 70s. I believe it because I didn't get fucking stoned like that before off Ty Dillinger. Yeah, that's it. I didn't get high like that before with the pot.
Oh, that's on just a search bar on WWE NF Punk. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you know, when you go into the WWE homepage and you see, like, you can click search, click TNA in your search, and all the library will pop up. So WWE actually did fucking purchase them rather than fucking anything.
I wonder if they just purchased their DVDs and they're not going to actually purchase the, company. They just,
Can't have one without the other.
Because then the company would just be a company called TNA. No
That's
library.
Because somebody had told me that he was going to change the name of TNA. Or some shit.
Yeah, to TWA, Total Wrestling Action. Apparently Bischoff bought it, but that was a lot of crap.
Huh.
My favorite all-time wrestler, maybe Hogan, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hogan or Austin. Probably more Hogan. I don't know.
Hogan's the man. I mean, as much as I used to criticize his wrestling skills, I mean, he still is the man.
Well, I was always a warrior and macho man type of dude. I don't know.
Yeah. Macho Man's cool, too.
I like the Macho Man.
John Cena rules. Indies suck. Says there will be a food review every day, unless like I could easily fucking review a can of Chef Boyardee. If people would want to hear shit like that, but like, I'm not gonna buy takeout food every day. I'll try to keep it for Fridays or something. Probably maybe twice a week. I don't know. WJ, is there a chance that you'll do the type of rants that will make the fanboys cry? WJ takes fucking bats and the fucking tears of fanboys, so you're goddamn right. There's gonna be... Do you think The Rock is on roids? For sure, no doubt about it.
100%.
He sucks the cock. Come on. Remember that
He's
song?
in Hollywood. He can take steroids if he wants to. Fuck it. He's not competing against anyone, Just fucking acting.
If people absolutely want my thoughts on wrestling all the time, and but the thing, like, I want to do other vids too, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to walk away from the subs, and like, I don't want them to think I'm trying to big league them and to be like, no more wrestling vids. I'm going to become a wannabe sensation like PewDiePie or something. Like, it's just right now I can't stand watching the goddamn product. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't feel handcuffed. That's the thing. You should it's your fucking channel. You should talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. You shouldn't have to feel like you have like this obligation to anyone but yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
that's the way I see it. That's the way I operate my channel.
Like,
fuck you. If I want to talk about the fucking Smurfs, I'll talk about the fucking Smurfs if I want to.
like,
You know
some
what I'm saying?
people are gonna have that douchebag attitude. Do wrestling talk now, but like, not everybody's like that. A lot is just they want like they just want to hear my thoughts on it. You know what I mean? Some of them have been loyal to me for a good 5-6 years on here. They want to hear what I think of certain things. You know what I mean? But
those people should stay loyal to you no matter what you talk about then. Regardless if it's wrestling or not. It's the other idiots and fucking trolls that are going to be like, no, we want to hear about TNA Bound for Glory. Fuck those guys.
Isn't Cody Rhodes debuting like that or something?
Someone wrote WJ is going to continue making vids as a 50-year-old. I don't I don't think it's wrong to make vids at 50 if I'm talking about shit that like matters, like current events kind of deal. You know? I don't really want to talk about wrestling when I'm 50. You know what I'm saying?
Where's that?
Robbie, is that your mom?
Yeah, she put a thing up right in front of the computer. Sorry.
Can you put her on cam real quick? I need to say something to her.
Hold on. Please, she's doing something.
I'm here. What you got to say, Betty?
Excuse Mrs. Battle, excuse me.
I'm not a battle anymore, honey. I done went through a couple more names.
All right. We're trying to do a show here. Could you please quiet down?
Can you kiss my ass? I've been way over for you too, baby.
Mrs. Battle.
I'm not battle.
What's your last name? So I can address you properly. Trying to talk.
And if you got a problem, you tell him to take his damn computer in his room.
Robbie.
And
Robbie.
as far as that goes, Will, I believe I already got a damn problem with your sorry ass. I
don't have a problem with you.
I have either.
I don't have a problem with you. But you're being a little obnoxious. We need you to quiet down. We're trying to talk about professional wrestling.
No, you're talking about fake ass wrestling. You're talking about the new soap opera for men.
Do you think that a lot of like mentally challenged people watch wrestling?
Goddamn, they would have to watch it.
What about homosexuals?
Well, I'm sure there's lots of them that do it too, not to say that regular ones don't.
How do you feel about homosexuals?
Don't bother me at all. As long as they don't take me as one, they able to live their lives the way they see fit. I live mine the way I see fit.
Because there's this gay guy on YouTube here. His name's Alan Navarre, and apparently he wants to go on a date with your son.
That's up to Robbie. If he's fucking gay, more power to him. I ain't gonna step in and
Motherfuckers want it, you fucking got it. WWE Network, order now, for fuck's sakes.
He ordered the fucking network.
You agree to pay all charges.
No, I know you damn goddamn man. Wait, you know what, Mosey? I'm ready to go whenever I go.
If you walked in on Robbie Battle, I call him Robbie Battle because that's his YouTube name. But if you walked in on Robbie and Alan making love, how would you react to it?
I'd shut the door and walk out.
You have successfully ordered WWE Network. Your programming will begin in 30 minutes. There you go. Fuck, you want wrestling talk? You're gonna fucking get it. Fuck it.
How did you
give in?
But here's the deal, though. I want to talk about different shit, too. I don't want it to be just about wrestling. Half and half.
I don't blame you. No, I couldn't tell you a damn thing. I ain't watched it in probably over a year now.
Mrs. Battle, I want an apology from you for yelling at me.
Well, when you apologize to me, then I'll apologize to you. How about that, baby?
I already apologized to you a long time ago.
No, hell, you didn't.
I sure did.
Well, that was at a very, very, very low point of my life, so maybe you did. I'm going to give it to you this time. I'm sorry for hollering at you.
I appreciate it. I have, a weak heart, so sometimes those type of things get to me. And
No, baby. Somebody can talk the shit you talk. You just like me. Your fucking heart is perfect.
I need to take a fucking break from watching Raw, though. I can't stand that cocksucking show. Fucking.
If I want to watch a soap opera, they're on all day long. I can watch it. And I don't watch them, and I sure as hell ain't going to watch soap opera wrestling.
what is everybody thoughts on aliens?
I don't believe in it.
This picture I'm using
I'm not
is a real picture.
Oh, God damn. Come on. I'm 58 years old. I done played that deal, too. When I first did my vids, I started out with the sexiest damn rich woman on the damn picture you could pull up. And I used that. How long, Robbie, did I use that on my vids? For a good while before I ever would let nobody know who I was. Well, yeah, they knew, but still.
Mrs. Robbie Battle, what is it in the food down south that gives, like, even the whitest of women big round asses? What is it? What's the secret?
It's probably all that goddamn butter and bacon and fat and
Butter, bacon, and fat. I'm gonna write that shit
yeah.
down.
Why, you little northerners don't have that?
No, we get them, but, it's usually because they're mixed breed.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, I've enjoyed it. I hope all of you have a wonderful time. I'm turning this shit back over to my son so I can try to get up there and clean this ceiling thing.
All right, lay off the fireball.
Hey, he's the one that don't know how to drink it. That was my fucking damn liquor.
You stole your mother's fireball?
Yeah,
You told me to drink it.
that's all right. My good stuff is in the camper.
I didn't know you had any.
That's tequila in the camper. That's my baby.
I gotta buy some stuff next time we have one of these hangouts. All right, guys. Sorry.
So are you watching TNA Bound for Glory, Robbie? Or
I'm not gonna pay for it. They don't want too much money. I'll see if I get a free stream.
I think somebody wrote it was $45 earlier in the chat.
That's damn ridiculous. I ain't paying that. I like TNA, but I ain't paying no $40 some odd dollars for it.
And like the main event, it's EC3 against fucking Bobby Lashley. It's not like we're watching Hogan against Steve Austin there for $45. You know?
They need to come down on that or do something different. Get an internet stream like Ring of Honor or something.
Even WrestleMania is fucking cheaper than that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Man, Ring of Honor last night.
I actually get Ring of Honor. It plays on Saturdays for me on the New York channel. The same channel with Steve Wilkos and shit. Like a Buffalo channel.
Get off my stage!
Is that when you watch it, Peter, on Saturdays? Or
I get it on Thursdays.
okay.
Queen wants to know if you'll do rants on music.
I might, yeah. I was thinking of doing stuff like that. I want to do different shit there. I can do the wrestling, I guess, there, but like I need to do other stuff. Like I enjoy making the vids. I don't want to start having to do 20 vids a week just to get what I want to do in along with the wrestling there.
Do a porn review. Somebody put on the chat.
Could do that too. That's something new.
I'm sure some people are doing that already there.
Why did you do that,
Otaku.
Gianna Michaels' performance in Ass and Plugs was brilliant.
Damn.
People are asking what kind of porn I'm into. I don't really watch porn that much. I don't really have porn that I'm like into it. You know what I'm saying? I would watch different stuff mostly to like laugh at it and to see what they were doing, you know.
They are funny, dude.
I don't have like a porn addiction.
If I want to watch it, I'd rather have it.
WJ, can you do a rant on Donald Trump? I think even though I'm not American, I support Trump in his battle against Hillary Clinton. There.
Isn't that fucking crazy that two politicians behind the podium just, bantering back and forth is considered a battle? That's insane.
Sadly, it's more entertaining than the shit you see on Raw, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Ain't that the truth?
And it wasn't scripted promos either.
Yeah, I hate how she fucking laughs the whole time. It's like, because all she did was laugh every time he would bring up something about her. Hillary Clinton.
Oh, she's a bitch. Okay.
Brainy asked if I'm a Marvel or DC guy. I'm not really into comic books. I like some of the movies, you know what I mean? The Superman movies and shit like that, the Batmans, but I'm not really like a comic book guy there.
That would be a cabal question.
Go back to doing songs. I miss those times.
Yeah,
the thing with the songs now is that I'm older. You know what I mean? I don't have that fucking. I don't really have that.
WJ movie too.
I don't have that in me really for a long time. I could maybe try to do something down the road there.
Did that vegetarian song? That was pretty fun.
And that's the last one I think that I did.
Do the movie sequel, man. Do that one. That was funny.
What movies am I into? I don't know, comedy, stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really a movie buff, you know what I mean? I might do movie reviews here and there. My favorite bands, like when I was a kid, I was really into Guns N' Roses and then Nirvana, shit like this. Nowadays, I don't really have a favorite band. I try to look, and well, after Nirvana, I got into rap music there, but nowadays, fuck, I just look at these rappers and I just can't stand looking at this shit. The music is just fucking cheap. The lyrics are fucking lame. I don't know. I have a hard time with it. I was into Wu-Tang. Yeah, I had pretty much most of their albums, like the main Wu-Tang albums. I didn't have every rapper's albums. The thing with Wu-Tang, like you'd have some good songs, like the double album was packed with good songs on it. But sometimes, like if you'd listen to like RZA as Bobby Digital, you'd have a lot of garbage on that stuff. You know what I mean? Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. Is that the one with like the first album maybe? Ice Cream, Get the Money, whatever there.
Oh yeah, Crane got the money, still not it.
Enter, I'm not sure if that's the double album, and I don't remember the names of the albums there.
That shit came out when I was a freshman in high school.
I think the second album was a double album.
That's the first album of rap that I bought. Well, no, I had Snoop when I was a kid. I'd listen to rock music, but I had the Doggy Style album that I would listen to. But like when I got into rap and stopped listening to rock, Wu-Tang was the first album I got there, and I still listen to Wu-Tang here and there sometimes.
Wu-Tang Forever was a double album, I think.
My friend used to make tapes for me because my mother forbid me from listening to gangster rap, so I'd have him make tapes for me, like I'd record them and shit. And the first ones I got were Doggy Style, one of Ice Cube's albums, Dr. Dre's The Chronic. But all West Coast. I always liked the West Coast rap better than the East Coast rap, even though I'm from the East Coast.
Those were the days with the tapes. Listening, you would fucking play a song and record it on your tape to do mixes and shit.
Yep, mixtape.
I used to do that.
You write on, you put the piece of tape across the cassette and write like fucking such and such mixtape and shit. Yeah. The Robbie Battle remix. Turn it on, it's Johnny Cash.
You know what I hate about this new rap music is when they play those air horns at the beginning. Like, what the fuck?
Like Snoop. When Snoop got into his shizzle, nizzle, bizzle, rizzle phase, I kind of started to lose interest there, you know what I mean? But I like Snoop when I was young there. The Doggy Style, I think his other album was called The Dog Father, I think.
You laughed when he was a gangster.
Then he joined No Limit, which was fucking... There was a few okay songs on the No Limit Snoop shit, but it was... It just fucking sucked compared to the Dr. Dre sound, you know.
I like that song he had with Steve Murder. I forget how it goes.
Because I'm down for my niggas. That one, yeah. How about Snoop Lion?
Street G.
Snoop Lion was like rock bottom for Snoop.
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, I'm the reincarnation of Bob Marley out of nowhere, and it's like shit, weird reggae, not really reggae, with a bunch of fake voice bullshit in there. It was
a little too experimental for stuff. I mean, like.
Melanie's in the chat. I don't know if you want to join. Melanie, are you online?
I'm gonna hop off for a couple minutes.
Alright.
I gotta get my ass out of bed and into the shower and fucking do stuff.
Alright, Melanie, I sent you the link on Facebook if you want to join there. All right, Will, thanks for coming in. Oh, he's gone. So Peter, Kyle made some demands that he wanted me to ask you earlier. Are you there, Peter?
I'm here.
I was having fun.
What were the demands again?
I demand him to stop being a Jew.
Tell Peter to stop spamming my comment section and disliking my videos a multitude of times.
Ugh.
That's,
I can't stop the Armada.
I
I can't stop him.
can't stop your
Once you mess with us, it's you know, you're fucked.
Oh yeah, Brett Trap Cream wants to know if you're gonna buy our next album, W.
Oh, for sure. Somebody says Finn Balor sucks. I think he's an okay wrestler, but fucking
You want to know the truth, man? I'll be completely honest. For a
yeah.
long portion of time, I was always like, you know, I actually like Finn Balor, not because he's Irish, but, you know, I thought he was a good wrestler. But once you really open your eyes and really look at WWE right now, there is no characters, man. Like,
No.
it's all fucking normal guys. What's your gimmick? I'm from Japan. You know what I'm saying? That's your fucking gimmick, man.
Yeah. Like he has no personality, and like I was pretty much the same way about Kevin Owens because he's French Canadian, but he's more of he's a Quebecer. He's not the same French as me there, but like him as the world champ, it's not exciting. There's zero excitement behind that, you know.
I think everyone's like more like Raw in the last few weeks, man. It's been fucking crap. I will say SmackDown has been okay. Like it has been better than Raw. But fuck, man, Raw is like going down the toilet.
Plus, like I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to go to work, so I don't think I'll be watching full Raws unless I fucking record it with my TV and watch it the next day type deal. Maybe that would be more.
Do what I do, watch the clips on YouTube. They pretty much tell you everything. So
That's what a lot of people do. They just fake the reviews. I don't want to like fake it there. If I would do that, I would call the review or the video raw thoughts or whatever. I would just say it's my thoughts. I wouldn't like make it a real review if I didn't watch the whole show there. But
right. Like a full show to watch is really fucking hard, man.
It's pretty fucking rough to watch it, you know.
Like I didn't even watch Clash of Champions.
Me neither.
I never bothered watching it.
Me neither. I didn't watch it.
There was nothing on that card that interested me, like at all.
SmackDown, it's from 8 to 10, so that's easier. Sleep at 10, wake up at 5 there. That's a lot easier. But WWE Raw, it fucking ends at like 11:20 sometimes there. I can't go to work on the Monday with 5 hours of sleep, or Tuesday, whatever. When they do
Raw
it,
isn't even a 3-hour show, man. It's like 3.5 hours most time.
It's like, do they really need to go the extra fucking 20 minutes? It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Well, Raw starts at 5 at like my time, so.
See, that's good like that, you know, 5 to 8, you can watch it and you don't have to go to sleep, you know, so then it's easy if you watch it from 5 to 8 and then do a 2-hour review after the show. That's doable, but when it finishes at 11:20, it's like, Jesus Christ, you know.
Like, I don't see why it starts at 8 at your guys' time, so.
Is that like at 1 a.m. at my fucking time?
1 to 4, that's fucking rough.
Man. Yeah, I used to do it. I haven't stayed up for Raw in, man, probably like fucking five or 6 weeks.
It
Shit, you were
starts
good
like
for
at
wrestling.
5 and ends at 8. See what SmackDown, it starts at 5 and ends at 7. Yeah.
Someone says invite Jerry to the Hangout. Well, I blocked one of his profiles on Facebook, and he blocked me on the other profile. So
I guess that means y'all pretty much.
that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I don't want to do a big war with Jerry
Yeah.
like that there, but like I'm just gonna walk away there. So that's what I'm gonna be doing there. Fucking wrestling here and there, but I want to start doing other shit too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I'll do the same old political shit I've been doing until November 3rd.
I want to do some stuff like that. There's some Black Lives Matter shit when stuff happens. Like I don't want to. You don't want to do too many vids. Like when Muslims kill people, you don't want to have like a channel full of death vids either. There, you know. But if there's like something that like I feel I want to fucking rant on, then I'll do a vid. But like I don't want to start making vids. Oh, 3 died in fucking China in the bus accident. I don't want to turn into a guy like that there. Invite the brass, Sean's view. Well, Sean, after we had
Sean's view of the brass, yeah.
After we had our e-begging war, he made a point. He made like 8 vids saying he wasn't going to join my Hangout anymore.
Done with these jobbers. Never going to do hangouts with them again.
Like I don't even. It's not like I'm sitting there. Darn! I wish I could have Sean in my Hangout. You know, I don't need him in my Hangout, and he thinks he's a big star there. You know what I'm saying?
I know that there's
Fucking
a big,
e-beggar.
Bring his
there's going
girlfriend
to
in
be drama going down possibly because apparently Sean is doing like a show called Not a Script Yet, and it sounds so familiar to JD's, you know, off the script fucking material or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some, like he did a video like an hour after he did his show, and he was like, this isn't a shot at JD or, you know, shit like this thing, or like, yeah, it was. Come on, dude.
Like Sean, he said recently that he had a bunch of fake subs, but other people bought them for him, and then he's making vids crying about how he has no views. So you can connect 2 and 2 together that a lot of his subs are fake, especially since he admits to it live in the video.
I'll admit I did some very shady things in the past.
He said in his video he really has 17,000, I believe.
Yeah, 17, and the rest are all fake. So, and the thing is, if he buys 50,000 fake subs, other people see that, and then they think, oh, he must be a big star then, so I'll sub to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
So he thinks he's like Kim Kardashian of the YWC with all these subs.
Like there's bigger guys in the YWC like CM Pulse and Lou G, like they have like over 200 going to 200,000.
They have a lot bigger views than Sean, you know?
Yeah.
You can see who has the real subs and who doesn't, you know?
Oh, man.
I would say for that CM Pulse guy, he doesn't really get like the views he should be. Like he might get 4,000 a video.
That's the wrestling game guy there.
Yeah, the redhead guy.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a geek guy, man.
I never really watched their stuff like that. I can't really get into these guys. Him and the fat tubby emu. It's like a big fake radio voice. Hey guys, how you doing today? Let me talk about wrestling here, guys. It's like, what the fuck is this? Are we on
And the thing about
YouTube
it,
or?
they will never bash WWE, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
don't
they're
know.
always pro
You gotta be
WWE.
positive. Like
It's
Jerry Rose.
kissing ass to the product and talking like you're a fucking radio broadcaster. That's not my style, you know. Like
Okay.
Sean tried to become like that. He started doing the games and talking over game footage and putting thumbnails that looked like their thumbnails with the big microphones and shit like this. But like,
Right.
Yeah.
you know,
How,
WJ, you need to be positive.
How
You need to
about-
get outside. Go ahead, Bambi. Sorry.
how about like that Grimm's Choice show? He's always like doing like these fake storylines with his wife, but I don't think it's all
But with him,
true.
he's actually entertaining. That guy's
he's
Yeah.
more like a comedy guy. Him, I don't
Yeah.
really watch him there, but like me, I watch pretty.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid, WJ. That's but you just need to go outside and see the sun and just enjoy Mother Nature, WJ, like I do, Jerry Rose. Just see the positivity in the garbage of wrestling.
Like
So
me,
much.
I watch like Don Tony and Kevin Castle on the TV tracks. I wouldn't go and watch their podcasts, but like I watch shit like this and
Like
Yeah.
clips of their podcast.
yeah,
Basically.
like I agree with some of the stuff they say there. My opinion matches a lot of what they say. Not always Kevin Castle with the fucking with the bullshit Roman Reigns love fest there. I don't agree with shit like this there, but I also listen to OTRS Central there, even though me and him, we had our big falling out or whatever a couple years ago. I listened to the bullshit he says. I don't agree with him most of the time, but well, maybe half the time. I don't know. I listen to guys like that. I don't listen to like,
The one person I don't listen to.
Do you listen to a good mic work?
no, me and him, we don't get along. Back in the day, he didn't like me because I would bash Cena and shit like this, and he appeared on camera one time showing his face, and he was calling me fat and stuff like this. I'm in better shape than you, motherfucker, because he has big muscles and shit like this. You know what I mean? I can't take this guy serious there. John Cena's the man. I'll kick your ass. I go back to the insane asylum there, fuckface, you know. I don't take him serious one bit, you know.
You know who I don't watch, WJ?
Uh-huh.
Rich Splits, because you got to pay for them.
Yeah.
I ain't paying for nobody, I'm sorry.
Well, that's what
Why,
happens.
how much is he? Like 12 bucks or something?
I think it's like $6 a month or something.
I
like
wouldn't
this.
pay $2.
Like that's the thing. Like you got the WWE network for $10. Why would you pay $6 to hear a guy talk about wrestling? It makes zero sense. You know what I mean?
This is opinion, man. It's like that'd be like you paying just to hear me talk about stupid stuff all day. You know, I mean,
That's what happens with some of these guys after they get a certain amount of subs in the wrestling community. They start to think that they're big stars. They're like legit stars. Some of them.
Fucker, I got 15,000 subs. What's up, man?
Like the Licks, man, you know, I'll pay money to come chat with me. Why the fuck would I pay money to chat with you? Fuck, you know, who the fuck are you?
Why is he charging people now?
Well, he was doing that, you know. I haven't really looked into it recently, but he was making people pay money on his his bullshit charity website there. You pay money to chat with him. Like, why the fuck would I pay money to chat with him? It's you know?
It's like Sean's views.
Yeah.
Like he thinks he's a star, that people are gonna want to pay money to talk with him. You know, that's what happens with some of these wrestling talkers. They start to get a big head. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine saying that me to people. I'm a big make-believe star in my own mind. You want to pay $10 to talk to me? It's like, what the hell is this? You know?
Well, I don't know how.
Isn't some of them they charge money for them to be in your hangouts? Was it Daleks Man that was doing that shit?
I don't need it.
I guess it's when you get up to 10,000 subs that you have to think that you're a big star, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm far from being a big star. I got ways to go.
Yeah, I don't care if I get up to 10,000 subs. You know, look at PewDiePie, 48 million subs. That's a star. You know what I mean? Guys like that are stars. Me, I'll never be a star, and that's not my intention. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be a star. I could if I want, but I'm not trying to. It's not like that at all. I have no fantasies of becoming a star. I don't think, you know. That's not my intention.
You don't want your name on the YouTube Walk Hall of Fame,
Well, they do try to burn
or you know, like
something like
YouTube star. Or get our YouTube stars.
What's that, Robbie?
Get us a YouTube star on the Walk, you know, that like the Hall of Fame or Walk of Fame or whatever. Then maybe we can get our YouTube channel name on one day.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie, you want to invite Alan to the hangout?
Nah, fuck
No,
him.
I'm not.
I don't want him.
I was gay, which I'm not. But if I did swing homo, it definitely wouldn't be with somebody like that.
I could bring him in and talk shit to him. And
That's
what Alan's gonna say is, I was just joking. That's what he does all the time, Alan. He's gonna act like a fucking.
You know,
He's gonna act like a big time douchebag. Even with Jerry, he was mocking his heart attack and stuff, and then, I'm just joking, bro. You know, get the fuck out there. I don't have time for that.
Guess what's on right now on my TV?
Like, I remember, like even a few months ago, like I'd been
Total
in a hangout, and he would be like, he was meant to be like some badass troll guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like wondering, like, what way do you troll? Like, my way of trolling is just fucking leaving shitty comments, and you know, I guess like whatever. But you know,
Well,
he
thinks he's like a big. He thinks he's like some kind of big troll genius, that he trained Buck how to troll, stuff like this. The only thing Alan does is cruise other guys.
Make them feel awkward.
Buck is a bitch.
You know, like he tried that on you, remember, not too long ago, and you put him in his place there, and you're like, fuck off, I'm not going to fall for your cheap trolling. Remember that?
Who?
You told him that off air not too long ago. He tried his gay troll shit with you, and you just shut him up and put him in his place. I was just joking, bro.
Here's the thing, like, I don't mind that crap, but if I've been in a hangout and I see him do it to other people, you know, it kind of gets fucking weird and stupid, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
What if he
probably
did that to you?
Why would you continuously tempt the idea of flirting with guys to be funny, though? I mean, after a while, it comes off like you're hiding something. That's what I told him.
Please, Robbie.
I think
That's what he does.
may be legit gay. I mean, I don't care, but I mean, you don't see me.
Like
WJ, you're beautiful, or you know, or joking. You know what I'm saying?
WJ, you sure talk.
I'm just being.
Like
You know what I'm.
When we'd be in the off-air hangouts with Jerry and Alan, he just wouldn't stop. You know what I mean? He does this for 3-4 hours. It's like, go take your fucking Ritalin and shut the fuck up, bud. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus Christ.
Like,
If he did that,
I don't
if he done that to Cabal, I'll be like telling him shit to his face.
Well, he does that to everybody except girls. I guess girls aren't his flavor. So
Melanie needs to get some of her Latino lady friends to join the YWC so we can have some women.
Did he ever come on,
I don't
Melody?
know. I don't
Did
think
he
they
ever
will be
come on,
scared.
Melody?
I think they will be scared though.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Did they ever?
I want to ask as well, because I never really knew who this guy was or anything. You know the way, since you're like talking about Alan, who's that guy he's meant to do videos with? I don't even know if this guy is a big shot or anything.
this J360
yeah,
thing.
yeah, that dude. Who's that, man?
Jerry makes fun of that all the time. Out of channel has like 4 views per vid, shit like this. You know what I mean?
So it's pretty much a jobber channel, right?
It's a job fest, is what it is there. And for some reason, he thinks that he can fucking. Oh, I was Don Banks' advisor. I have no fucking clue why Don would put his channel in the hands of Alan, if that's even true there. Like Don,
Just egos.
Yeah, like I've had my problems with Don, but Don can be entertaining when he wants to be. He can rant when need be, you know what I mean?
Right.
So he doesn't need a guy like Alan to tell him what to do there.
Yeah, I can never fathom that where he's like, you know, like if we were off air and he'd be like, yeah, I've been doing this for Don, and I'm like, it's a group channel, you know, or whatever. It's not like a corporate business where, hey, I'm a vice president, or you know, shit like that, where people give themselves that moniker of something. It's like, no, you're just another guy that's on a group channel. That's all it is.
Like Jerry too, he takes credit for taking Don up to 40,000 subs, but like Don had the big subs before Jerry came in, and Don was the owner. He was making the big bids. You had T Street, who was the star.
T Street brought in a lot of people with the bottles and shit, right?
He's the guy. T Street was the real star of that channel there, so.
Because even if you go to T Street's own channel, the dude is fucking over 20,000 fucking subs, you know what I'm saying? So obviously they knew him from EK and they're like, you know, he must have been a well-known cat.
Like you can see there, you know, T Street has his channel. He brings 20,000 subs. So if other people claim that they brought all the subs to enter the arena, that's just wishful thinking, I think. But yeah, Jerry does have that a little bit, that he thinks he's a star there. It's good to have some self-confidence there, but you don't want to go overboard with that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, look, man, like, me and Jerry, like, obviously, everybody, like, you know, everybody fucking, like, I always had, like, my opinions about Jerry, and, you know, like, it was just only a few months ago, I kind of just gave up on that crap, you know, of, like, saying, hey, man, I think you should tone this down, or, you know, whatever, and I'm just starting to, like, you know, just forget it, you know what I'm saying? But, like,
That's
I
what
was
I
always,
want
like,
to do. I just want to move on after from it. Sorry, go ahead.
nah, you cut me right off, you bitch. Nah, but as I said, man, look, obviously, like, you know, I used to fucking tell Jerry shit about, like, you know, you shouldn't be doing this because, you know, you're sounding like fucking, like, here's the latest one, and this is where I kind of found it strange in a way. Don did some interview, did you see that, no? Don did an interview with some guy, and the guy was like, hey, is General Jerry ever come back to ETA? And Don was like, no, because Jerry's working on a project about when he joined ETA until he left. And then I'm thinking, okay, is this like some short rip-off of Evolution of Punk or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking whatever, man.
But Jerry did want to go back to ETA a few months ago, but Don didn't bring him back. Though that's surreal there.
Right.
You're the best. You're the best.
He did want to go back, but then I talked him out a bit. You know what I mean?
Right. Like he's more fitting, I believe, in IKEA. I don't know how to like word that correctly, but you know, he'll always be like Jerry the IKEA guy. You know what I'm saying?
I put her to get me today. I told her about this feels. Why I didn't realize they're here. She got to come get them.
What?
Well, that's about it for today, I guess. I guess I'm gonna keep making the wrestling vids once again, contradicting myself. It's hard when I see everybody in the chat. They want to ask me about wrestling, and I'm there. No, I'm not doing wrestling. You know.
Yeah, like if you're not really invested in it that much, still do still do wrestling. But I said, like, if you're not really invested into it, but you want to keep your subscribers happy or whatever, just fucking like tone it down a bit, or don't go overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just take your time, man. No rush. You'll always be here.
I can do a few wrestlings a week and a few of different shit, or like 4 or 5 other vids, 3, 4 wrestlings. I don't know. I'll figure something out. You know what I mean? Somebody, before we leave, somebody wrote Shadow Man is a pussy in the chat there.
Oh yeah, Shadow Man. This is NF Punk. In case people are clashing.
No, he's
Irish
just saying
accents.
that in general there. He claims we're all jealous of Jerry, but what for, though? I don't get it.
They're trying to get you and Jerry to. They're trying to get you to match Jerry.
I ain't jealous of anybody.
He's better than all of
you.
That's good. Good for you. You know what I mean?
Fucking care
I don't know how, but that's cool. If that's what the guy thinks, we all have the right to our own opinion there. But like I said earlier, I'm not a guy that's impressed with Jerry, that I think star or that he's great or anything like that there. But what were you saying, Robbie?
I said my opinion is that guy doesn't really have an opinion. He's just trolling.
Yeah. We got T triple D in the chat. Fact. Dangerous right there. Fact T triple D.
Uh-oh. Some older people there. I've seen that account way into a few years ago.
Oh my gosh. I can't do that.
So, anybody got any final words to say, or?
Vote.
Really, man.
Yeah, vote for Trump. Else and Hillary.
Well, there you go. This was the Hangover Hangout. WJ and Jerry have parted ways there. Jerry, I wish you the best in your future endeavors there. And I'm going to get back in the wrestling game, but not as much as before there. I don't want to fucking do Raw reviews and shit like this because it's too hard to fucking watch. Maybe the SmackDowns would be more doable there. Maybe I could encourage TNA a little bit, who fucking knows there, but yeah. So that's it for the fucking Hangover Hangout. Robert Battle, NF Punk, Melanie, thanks for coming on, and of course,
you're welcome.
The motherfucking face of the YWC there, Peter. Gilmore! Yeah! Until next time, peace.